Hello, my children. How are you? It's Friday. All right, are you ready to start? Excellent. Today, we have verbs time. Remember, it is very important to recognize our verbs and to practice them in the correct form. All right? Excellent. Let's start. We have two groups in the verbs, children. Irregular verbs and regular verbs. Let's see what is the difference. Irregular verbs have special past tense forms. They do not end in D or ED. You will need to memorize these special forms. Example, drive, drove. Regular verbs. When forming the past tense of regular verbs, add the or ed to the present tense form of the verb. Example, cook, cooked. Can you see the ed? All right. In irregular verbs, we can do this, children. We have to memorize the changes in the verb in different tense. All right? So regular verbs are easier because we have to add only the or ed to change in past tenses. All right? I think it's very interesting information. Excellent. Irregular verbs. We have list, children, in this chart of irregular verbs. Maybe you can recognize them because we have practiced them in different exercises and lessons. We have verb, past participle, and meaning. Remember, we are practicing passive voice in present and past. And we have practiced past participle verbs. Let's check them. Please repeat after me. Drink, drank, drunk. Make, made, made. Swim, swam, swam. Ride, rode, ridden. Buy, bought, bought. And you have the meanings. Pay attention, please, because you are going to use these verbs in this lesson. Excellent. Let's continue. Of course, we have a regular verbs list. Remember, the rule in these verbs is that we use ed and the in the past forms. So pay attention. Okay? Now please repeat after me. Discover, discovered, discovered. Live, lived, lived. Cook, cooked, cooked. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Compose, composed, composed. If you see, children, in this list we have the meanings too. Did you check the ending ed and the? When we have to use only the? When the verb ending with e. Pay attention in live. Alright? You have to add only the. Or in compose. You have to add only the. But in the other verbs, you have to complete with ed in the past tenses. Alright? Don't forget the meanings. Very good, children. Okay. Exercise. Read and complete the sentences in present or past passive. Remember, this is a topic we have practiced in Unit 10. Present, passive. Verb to be in present, is or are. Past passive. Verb to be in past, was or were. Okay, pay attention to the exercises. Check, in some of them we are talking in past, and some of them we are talking in present. But what could be the correct verb to be and the correct verb in past participle? Remember, you have two charts. You can check to choose the correct verb, okay? Always in past participle. All right, let's check number one. America by Christopher Columbus. America, past. Was or were? Christopher Columbus. What did Christopher Columbus do about America? What could be the correct verb? Do you remember? Yes, of course, was discovered. Excellent. Number two. Amazing pyramids by Aztecs. Again in past, children. But now we have amazing pyramids. Was or were? What do you think the verb? Remember the list? Regular or irregular verbs. All right, very good. Were made. Excellent. Number three. Delicious food by my mother. As you see now, we are talking in present. So, delicious food is or are. What could be the correct verb? Do you remember? I'm sure yes. Very good. Is cooked. Yes, I think it's delicious. Number four. Many symphonies by Mozart. Do you remember this important musician? Many symphonies by Mozart. Being children. Being the verb. What could be the correct verb to be? Was or were? Symphonies. And what could be the verb, children? Yes, very good. Were composed. Excellent. Number five. Delicate objects by archaeologists with a brush. What do the archaeologists do with delicate objects they find? Pay attention, children. We are talking in present. Delicate objects. Is or are. What could be the verb? What do they do with a brush? All right, very good. Are cleaned. Excellent, children. You are excellent students and very intelligent. Now let's check your memory. Match the sentences with the pictures. If you see, we have a picture about each sentence. Do you remember in picture 1? What was the sentence that talks about this illustration? Remember number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, number 3. Very good. Do you remember about the archaeologists? What do they do with the objects they found? They clean delicate objects with a brush. Do you remember? What number of sentence is? Yes, number 5. Excellent. Now, we were talking in past about Aztecs and pyramids. Can you tell me, do you remember? Do you remember the number of the sentence about this information? Correct, number 2. Very good. Then we were talking about an important musician, Mozart. Can you remember the sentence? Of course, number 4. Wow, great memory, children. And obviously, we were talking about Christopher Columbus and his discovery. Yes, it was number 1. Excellent, my children. You are very, very, very intelligent students. Thank you very much for your attention. Please study your verbs, study your notes, check passive voice in present and past, please. Check your topics, alright? And study verbs. Remember, today we learn about regular and irregular verbs. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. So, it was an amazing work, children. Well done. Please don't forget to do the activities I leave for you today. And remember that I love you. Jesus. Goodbye.